Greetings! Today we're going to create an agreement with the supplier of heavy boats and fill in their prices. We will do that here in the Master Data and Procurement subsystems. As we know, an agreement is a framework document. Agreements make user work easier as they arrange the conditions which define the relationship. Once we specify all the required data, it will be automatically transferred to sales or purchase documents with this agreement. Therefore, an agreement is basically a template order. Today we'll create a supply agreement. Individual and standard customer agreements will be created later while starting the business process of sales. But first, let's find out how to set purchase prices so that one ERP could automatically transfer them into a purchase document. We would also like to prohibit purchases that exceed a certain price limit. SBS Trading as a distributor of Magic Heavy Boats, we buy 9 different heavy boats of 3 categories from them at the following prices. In Euro, VAT excluded. Category Lux. Prodigy Heavy Boat 3000, 1000 euros. Prodigy Heavy Boat 3010, 1100. Prodigy Heavy Boat 3020, 1200. Category Premium. Spot Heavy Boat 710, 600. Spot Heavy Boat 720, 620 euros. Spot Heavy Boat 730, 640. Category Economy. Basic Heavy Boat 1010, 400. Basic Heavy Boat 1020, 425. Basic Heavy Boat 1030, 450. The supplier delivers purchase heavy boats to our warehouse the next day after placing an order. In one ERP, we can add multiple price types for a single supplier as additional columns in the supplier price list. We can do this during the registration of supplier prices. There are 2 ways to create supplier prices. Manually, from the supplier prices price list workplace. Automatically, when posting a purchase document or a supplier order, there is a special checkbox for creating new prices. We'll learn this method later. Now let's go to the purchases, purchase master data, supplier prices, price list menu. Here we click Show All and select the required supplier from the list. That is Magic Heavy Boats. Next, specify the starting date when the price is valid. For example, the 1st of January 2019. Click Generate. Create a price list. Now we can see a special menu where we can select goods and services to purchase. Simple Viewer opens up by default, where you can choose the supplier's product list. Supplier's product list is a separate catalog that is linked with the product catalog. It is used in case when suppliers' names of goods and services are different from ours. You can look through the Simple Viewer interface by yourself, but we're going to use the Advanced View. So we need to set the price for heavy boats. Click Add New Item. There are several options in the pop-up list. We need to select Products and Services. Click the field again. Click the plus sign near Products and Services field, choose product kind from the list and press Select. We can always understand which product kind the product refers to. Therefore, we can easily set up the selection. Next, click Show All in the Value field and select Heavy Boats. Switch to the Price List Columns tab. Here we specify the supplier price type, that is a column in the supplier's price list. There are no columns yet, so click Add. We can see the supplier's price type form. Here we specify a description in currency. Specify Magic Heavy Boats prices 1, currency Euro, VAT excluded. We can also set the minimal quantity level of supply for this price type to be used. Click Save and Close. Now let's set the prices. Check the box and click OK. We can see the list of heavy boat names, prices, currently empty, and measuring units uploaded from the product list. Let's manually set the prices for heavy boats. Click Apply Change Prices. After that, we will be prompted. What do you want to do with pricing? With two possible options, write or write in post. There are two several operations in one ERP that lead to different results, write or save and post. If we use write or save, then the document is saved in the system with all the information as a draft or a template. Once ERP internal registers remain intact, and we cannot see the document in reports. If we use post, the document is not only saved, but also makes records in appropriate registers. That means that appropriate changes are applied to mutual settlements, stocks, or other parameters, for example price type. These changes also affect the report's data. We want to change the supplier prices, so we click Write in Post. Next, let's close the workspace and move to creating a supply agreement. Go to the Purchases, Purchase Master Data, Agreements with Suppliers menu. Click Create. Here we select the Magic Heavy Bolt supplier. The counterparty is selected automatically. Specify Heavy Bolt's purchase agreement as its name and select SBS Trading as our company. Switch to the Purchase Conditions tab. We're going to specify purchase conditions, but first we should note the following. If there is no contract with the supplier, we should specify transaction currency, settlement details, and payment conditions. Settlement details specify which document is considered as the reason for supply settlement, order, or invoice. For example, we can receive goods in multiple batches from the supplier based on a single order. In this case, we should create a separate invoice for each batch. That means that order detailing will be lower than invoice detailing. If there is a contract with the supplier, then these parameters should be specified there. Our company and Heavy Bolt supplier have signed a supply contract, so we select payment terms, specify contract, settlements are determined in the contract. Select currency, euro, and price type. Magic Heavy Bolt's price is 1. This will be automatically used in purchase documents. Next, we select the central warehouse and specify 1 day as the supply deadline. If we enable the option Prohibit the purchases for higher prices than those specified in the agreement, then we will not be allowed to post purchase documents with the agreement at the higher prices. SBS Trading does not use this option. Click Save and Close. We have created a supply agreement. Good job! In the next lesson, we're going to talk about purchases.